Hey, hey, boss. Hey, how are you today? It's your girl, Shonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. Always excited to share some things you can do to work on your money, your marketing, and your sales goals too, with strategy and intention. So, today, what I'm going to do is continue to talk to you about how to pivot. 5 mistakes entrepreneurs make and how to fix them. So, yesterday we kicked off the conversation and I gave you the first one, which is really thinking about your products. And today, what we're going to do is pivot point number two, your pages. But before we get there, let me start here and say once again, welcome to my newbies and my old G's. As always, feel free to let me know who you are and where you are in this beautiful world today. Okay. I would love to know who you are, what your business is, what your focus is, just to kind of check in with one another. And feel free to share this out because that's what it's all about. So you can tag your business besties and share this if you've got some people in your circle looking to get clear about their next best business step. My solopreneur, entrepreneur, mommypreneur, infopreneur, online entrepreneurs out there. So if you go, who is this chick right here? I have been online for almost 20 years, building websites, working on graphics, supporting other entrepreneurs looking to build their online businesses and take it to the next best step. Again, I've been doing this for almost 2 decades and really and truly making sense of making money online. That's what Sister Sense is all about. So again, hopefully I'm right on time for you if looking for clarity is something that you're trying to do. So let's do this. Let me, number one, take a look and see. Again, you guys feel free to check in with me. Let me know who you are, where you are, and what your business is about. And of course, if you're trying to figure some stuff out, you can always go over to sistersense.com/PED, which stands for Pivot Ebook Download, and get this bad boy right here for free. So again, sistersense.com/PED. That's where you can go if you'd like to get this, the Pivot 5 Mistake Entrepreneurs Make and How to Fix Them. This particular ebook, you can download it there. Okay. So let's do this. Let's talk about here and now the next pivot point. Now, one of the things I talk about when it comes to pivoting is understanding that there are times in your business where you have to make a shift, you have to adjust, you have to course correct. And when I say course correct, I want you to be clear and understand that when in a state of struggle and lack, real entrepreneurs don't quit. They learn how to pivot, which is a popular business term. They learn how to pivot. Simply put, it means you've got to learn when it's time to turn, change direction, and shift to a new strategy. The key is not to get stuck or caught in a rut. Before you give up, make sure you've done all that you can do by digging into the 5 pivotal points I'm sharing with you. So, yesterday, number one, we talked about your products. I said some people are struggling because they want a business, but they don't have any real products, or they have products, but they're not consistently promoting the products, or when they promote the products, it doesn't feel good to them. So, as opposed to getting better at sales, they just go back and create, right? Some people, they like producing because the process of producing feels good. Giving their stuff away for free feels good. But when you promote and you don't get the results, you don't like that, it doesn't feel good, right? So the feel good versus the real good. We talked about products yesterday. Today, what I'm going to do is dive into the next section on pages, if that's okay with you. LeVar Burton, Reading Rainbow Style, pivot point number two. Do you have at least one potentially profitable page? I define profit pages as spaces online where people can find your goods, purchase your products, and you make a profit. The concept is simple enough, but it is tough for you to put this stuff in place. Is it? Is it tough for you to put this stuff in place where you have profitable pages? Do you have pages where people can go, see what you got, get what you got, and you can profit a lot? That's something to think about. Let's start from there. Now, again, the concept is simple enough, but is it tough for you to put this stuff in place? Do you currently have a space, specifically an online store, where people can learn more and buy now? Some entrepreneurs are ready to sell their products online, but they just don't know how. Are you set up for sales and ready for revenue? Or is putting together profit pages something you need to learn how to do? And as I'm asking you these questions, this is what I want you to do. Feel free to drop into the comment box so that I can see what you are doing right now. Do you have profit pages? Maybe you've got a ideas worth of books, like, or a book, I should say, flip that, a book worth of ideas of what it is that you want to do, but your products aren't done. That was number one. Number two, your pages aren't done. So they're not pages for people to go and see what you've got to buy from you so that you can collect revenue. Are you ready for revenue? Yes or no? Do you have places for people to go to buy your stuff? Okay. Feel free to check in with me. Let me know yes or no. Okay. Again, some entrepreneurs are ready to sell their products online, but they just don't know how. Are you set up for sales and ready for revenue? Or is putting together profit pages something you need to learn how to do? Building an online store full of product pages is one thing you can do, but when it comes to setting up profit pages, you have other options too. Let's talk about that. Beyond adding your items to a store, you can optimize conversions with sales pages. A sales page is a standalone page designed with one purpose in mind: converting visitors into customers. Do you have sales pages and not just an online store? These pages are generally used to push one main offer at a time. Defined as one-page sales funnels by design, they are meant to simplify the traditional checkout process, which helps you to improve overall sales success. So, in addition to having products, number one, number two, do you have profitable pages? When I talk about profitable pages, number one, do you have pages where people can put stuff in a cart and purchase from you, like your e-commerce store? Right? That was option number one. Option number two, sales pages where you can say, hey, go there because this one particular product that I got for you right here, genius. Right? So you've got sales pages where you can send people to sell them on one particular primary offer versus having number one, a e-commerce store where people can put a little bit and then a little bit more into your shopping cart and check out, right? So they can check out what you got and then put it in the cart to check out and purchase your stuff. Do you have those things, right? Are you ready to have those things? This is what I talk about when it comes to pivoting, right? This right here, the pivot book, you can download it over at sizzlesense.com/PED, an opportunity for you to understand 5 mistakes entrepreneurs are making and how to fix them. Some entrepreneurs are struggling because they don't have products or they're not promoting their products enough. That was pivot number one. Some entrepreneurs are struggling because number two, they don't have the right pages to generate the revenue, right? A store, a sales page, a funnel, things that we're talking about right here. So feel free as I ask these questions and you get a little bit clear to drop into the comment box. Let me see what you're learning, what you're thinking, what you got, if there's more that you've got to do. Now, you can have product pages in your store and individual sales pages too. Plus, there are other profit page options that I can share with you. Call me pages, right? I always say go to callme.sizzlesense.com today if you want to schedule a session with me. Call me pages, for example, offer a space for clients to book sessions with you. Join me pages offer subscription-based access to your content, your community, or direct access to you. Squeeze pages entice prospects with free offers in exchange for opting into your list and sharing their email address with you. There are different types of profit pages. I've just mentioned a few. Do you need to create these more or test these more to figure out which ones work best for you? So when it comes to profit pages, there's the e-commerce store, there are one-page sales funnels, there's the call me page, there's a join me page. Hey, go to join.sizzlesense.com, join my mastermind, go to callme.sizzlesense.com to schedule a session with me. Are these things that you've got in place, right? So that you feel like you are generating revenue? Or are you in a space where you like, look, I'm ready to do that now. I'm ready for revenue. So I'm going to share with you two things that you can do. Okay. Of course, always feel free to tag some business besties and share this out. But what I'm talking about is pivot point number 2, which is pages, which you can literally get this bad boy right here for free over at sizzlesense.com/PED, which stands for Pivot Ebook Download. Okay, that right there. Number 2, I'm going to be honest with you, this past weekend, I had the best time. I really and truly dug in and dug deep when I talked about inside of my Spring into Action 3-day weekend workshop. It was a webinar experience. Replays literally right now are online. And as a matter of fact, let me let you know where you can go to find the 3-day webinar weekend workshop. sizzlesense.com/TWW, the weekend workshop. We talked about a lot: how to work on your pages, how to work on your sales, how to actually, literally, it was hands-on. We created products inside of this webinar workshop. So again, this is an opportunity for me to talk about, if you do need some support and some clarity, there are lots of questions in here right here to help you get clear. Pivot: 5 mistakes entrepreneurs make and how to fix them. sizzlesense.com/PED for Pivot ebook download. Feel free to drop that into the comment box for me. But number 2, I literally went through a lot of this, working on your pages, working on your products, working on your promotion, working on your sales as part of the 3-day webinar weekend workshop, sizzlesense.com/TWW, the weekend workshop, right? So if you feel like you're ready for revenue, you want to work on your sales, your products, and you're pivoting too, feel free to go there before the replays go up and go away, okay? Because all the replays, all the live sessions that we did, they were thebomb.com, as told to me by my mentees. And I definitely want to be able to pour into you and support you, sharing those recommendations and the templates, the strategies, the tools, the techniques. I want to share that with you too. So when it comes to your pages, I want you to think about what pages you have versus the pages you need. Okay. Now, I just want to see what you guys have said. Feel free to let me know who you are and where you are in this beautiful world today. You feel free to check in with me. And I'll say this: you can always email sizzlesense@gmail.com. But today, because I just did 3 amazing, very long days of my webinar workshop. Today, I was just like, I'm out. I needed to just kind of recoup a little bit. So if you have emailed me, I will see and I will respond as soon as I can. sizzlesense@gmail.com. It's just today, Mama needed a break. So let's see here. Hey, Dawn is in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see here. Star says, don't have pages yet. So that's something that like a lot of entrepreneurs are trying to figure out, why is this not working for me, or what's taking long for me, right? So the first pivot point is really assessing if you have products, but just not if you have products, are you promoting your products enough, right? The second pivot point is thinking about pages. Do you have products to sell? If you do, great. Are you actually selling them? And there's not just one kind of page, right? So you have your store page, you have your call me page, you got sales pages. There are different types of profit pages that I talk about and teach. I actually have a whole training on the different types of profit pages you need to be aware of. But I give you at least a beginning list to start with, and this right here is absolutely free. So again, you can always email, check in with me, let me know where you are, what questions you have. You can email sizzlesense@gmail.com. But of course, you have this guide here. And to be clear, I broke this, when I say like limbo style, break it on down, all the way down as part of the 3-day weekend workshop on how to start, grow, spring into action, the things that I think that you need to know, and the templates and tools that I gave out this weekend, priceless. So again, feel free to check that link out at the bottom there, sizzlesense.com/TWW, to learn more and access the weekend workshop replays, because you literally will get instant access to them. All the replays are online. So ideas, products, a few pages. Got you, got you. Ready. I see Roxanne says ready. Star says, what's a good site to use? That's a good question. So I'm going to give you like the quick and not so dirty response. Okay. So for me, I build the majority of my websites on WordPress. love WordPress, right? I oftentimes will recommend that you get hosting, but if you can just simply go to WordPress.com, pay for their hosting, get the smallest package that they offer to give you something to start, it's a great place to start. I like WordPress because I like that you can grow with WordPress. But I have a lot of people in my circle, a lot of clients that they sell physical products. And for a lot of physical products, Shopify is a good place to start too. So like if you've got t-shirts or beauty products and you want to be shipping stuff out, I do WordPress, you can sell just about everything on. I'm going to be honest with you. But I found that for a lot of people starting off and they have physical products that they want to ship out, for me, I think Shopify is a little bit better than WordPress in that respect. And then the next level is thinking about, do you want to be able to not only have your products on your own pages, but then have them on other platforms too? So maybe you want to add your products to a platform like eBay or Amazon or Etsy so that more people are seeing your stuff. But again, start off with, for me, my personal, I use WordPress. I do have a Shopify store too. So I mainly use WordPress, but I also use a little bit of Shopify as well. And then you can think about putting your stuff on these other marketplaces for additional visibility. Okay. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of clarity. But again, you can always email SusanSense@gmail.com. Thank you, my dear, for tagging somebody here. Feel free to tag your business besties into the building. Thank you, Dawn, for dropping that link in there for me, SusanSense.com/PED. You can get this bad boy here absolutely free, the Pivot ebook, 5 Mistakes Entrepreneurs Make and How to Fix Them. Don says, amazing spring workshop. You still have, you still have a voice. You brought the fire, 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 fire. Thank you so much, my dear. Yeah, we had so much fun. I still have a voice. And you know I'm committed to always consistently coming on here so that I can share. So whether I had a voice or not, I was going to be here to do my daily live web classes with you. So if you're catching me for the first time, or you miss my lives, make sure that you turn on alerts and notifications so you can see when I'm live, so you can jump on with me. Yesterday, when it talked about pivot point number 1, we talked about products. Today, pivot point number 2, I wanted to share some recommendations with you when it comes to your pages. And tomorrow, pivot point number 3, we're going to talk about your people strategy, you know, what it means to really engage, what kind of people, how you should think about people when it comes to building a profitable business. And if your business is struggling and you're not making the kind of money you want to make, and you're not getting the visibility and you're not getting the people, some questions you need to be asking yourself. Okay. So tomorrow, as part of part 3, we will continue me reading LeVar Burton, Reading Rainbow Style, pages from my ebook here, Pivot, 5 Mistakes Entrepreneurs Make and How to Fix Them. Okay, so until tomorrow, you can dig deep and read the whole thing yourself by downloading it over at SusanSense.com/pivot. And of course, if you really want some hands-on support, tools, techniques, templates, and more, I highly recommend you go over to SusanSense.com/TWW for the Spring Into Action Weekend Workshop. So we, you and me, and all my business besties can explore some things that you can do right now to set up and sell online, working on your products, your sales, and your virtual content too. So you know, Sizzle Sense is all about helping you make sense of making money online. And hopefully for you, I'm right on time. Till tomorrow, take care. Mwah.